All right, sitting in the green chair, we have my good friend, my really good friend, Edwin Pius. Edwin Pius have been through a lot together.
Yeah.
Ever since day one I met him and I knew he and I were going to be special friends, and we've been that way ever since.
Yeah.
And so it's a delight to have spent as much time with him this time as I did, and to have him here, and I'm so proud of him. But let's get started with some basics. So give us your full name and your age, and where you are in school and which school you go to. Okay, let's just start there.
Yeah. My name's Lindo Pius Edwin, and I added on the fourth name of Watson because I love my sponsor so much, the Watson family. So I decided to add on that name, Watson also. So I go to Blower High School for my studies, and just of recent in October I completed in November my final examinations of ordinary level.
So, and how old are you?
Now I'm going to make 18 years in January, first,
okay.
but now I'm still 17.
Okay.
Yeah. So my studies have been fine and have gone well. I believe everything has been fine.
So you took your examination last fall, what I call the A-level exam. You call it the O-level exam, but it's the one that will help determine your coursework in Form 5 and Form 6.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And so what's the name of the program you want to be in? You have some initials for, it's biology something. What is it?
BCM.
BCM. What is BCM?
It's a combination in HSC that it's also in sciences and biology, and BCM, B stands in for biology, C stands in for chemistry, and M stands in for mathematics. So I choose to take on that combination because I believe I want to become a doctor, and I believe I will. So I decided to take it on because I won't say that I know, but I believe I can do those subjects better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, on the subject of mathematics, you wanted a little assistance from me.
Yeah.
Okay. And initially, we didn't have any of your actual schoolwork to work from, right?
Yeah.
So instead, I said, well, let's talk about some other questions of probability, which is a kind of a math issue, right?
Yeah.
And one of them was what I call the Monty Hall question, which is the let's make a deal. We have three doors.
Yeah. It was so interesting.
It's the one where we have three doors, and behind one of them is a very expensive Bugatti or a Lamborghini or something like that.
You call it a Cadillac?
That's what we would, in America I would call it a Cadillac. Yes, that's right. Behind the other two doors is something $1, trivially small.
Yeah.
And we went through whether you get to make a choose of the door, and then he opens a different door and he says, Edwin, would you like to change your mind? Okay.
Yeah.
And what was this very surprising result of that question?
The very surprising thing about that question was, I thought if I stand on one chance that I first chose, let me say if I chose the first door, I thought that even if I change, even if I don't change, that's the same thing. There is no big deal with it. There is no change with it. But Papa surprised me when he told me that when I change to the second door, I will stand out to have more chances of winning, or getting the right door where the car is, because of when you try to calculate it mathematically, you get 2 out of 3. But when you still stand on your first door, you have 1 out of 3 chances. So the 1 of 2 out of 3 stand to have more chances of winning the car.
Exactly. Hey, what a great description. You got it exactly right.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And then we borrowed a book from Christine to do some real math questions that you're working on now, and I have to thank again Christine. And she has beautiful handwriting and takes beautiful notes. Thank you, Christine. Okay, but we were doing something called rationalizing denominators.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what on
That's
earth?
interesting.
What is earth is rationalizing a denominator? Can you explain it?
Yeah, the denominators, rationalize.
Yeah, rationalizing the
Yeah,
denominator.
all right. The difficult I got in that. All right, I had taken some studies about it when we are still in O level, and at least I had some knowledge about it. But Papa helped me to improve where I had gone wrong, and I thank you, Papa, for everything you've been doing for me. You've helped me in mathematics. I believe I'm going to be the perfect one in mathematics.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So that's your academic career now. Yesterday, you were playing with four people,
Yeah.
four other people, five people total,
Yeah.
and you were kicking the soccer ball around.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you call the game and who was playing?
Right, the game, we can call it a four-corner game because it's of four people standing outside trying to serve the ball, hiding it from the person in the middle who is trying to chase it. And that person, if chases and picks the ball from the person who is outside in the corner, in one of the corners, that person will get out of the square and get out to the position where the one who has been having the ball was, and that one who had the ball they have got it from will come in the middle and then start looking for the ball. Yeah, it's so interesting. It teaches how to pass the ball, how to control the ball, how not to panic. Like you hold your ball, be with it confidently. You wait for the person to come. If you try to dodge, it teaches you many things. You learn how to dodge people. You learn how to pass.
Now I have to say, everybody was very good. You were very good. Patrick was very good.
Thank you.
But boy, I was impressed with Moses.
Yeah.
Moses looked really good.
Yeah.
And then we had my daughter out there.
Yeah. She's an interesting lady.
So she's out there in her green dress
Yeah.
and holding her cell phone in her hand.
Yeah.
And she's kicking the ball all over. She looked pretty good to me.
Yeah, she looked nice.
I hate to say it, for a girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we were talking about soccer in general, and you told me
Yeah.
that when you play football,
Yes, Papa.
that you can play defenseman, middleman, striker. But one thing I didn't know about you is you're left-handed, or left-footed anyway.
Footed, yeah.
Do you write with your left hand? Do you write with your left hand?
No, in feet, I'm left-footed.
Okay.
But in hands, I'm right-handed.
Okay.
Yes.
Right-handed. Okay. All right. So what does that mean? The fact that you are left-footed, how does that determine where you play on the field?
Yeah, I believe, and if you try to investigate the footballers, they believe that left-footed people are the best players. You know, and the keepers also fear them so much, because for the lefter, you cannot know the right way he's going to kick the football, or you cannot know where he's going to place it, because most of the goalkeepers are used to those righters, to those right-footed people. So they very well know where the right person, the right-footed person is going to place the ball, but the left-footed person, they are not sure of where he's going to place the ball. So I stand out to have a chance of placing the ball in the goal where I want, and it's very difficult for the keepers to catch my ball.
Let me tell you two other sports where being left-handed is really important. And one is the sport that I played, which is tennis.
Tennis?
In tennis.
Oh,
You've seen tennis on TV, right?
Yeah.
I
The
hate
one of holding this.
Well, some people hold it with two hands.
Yeah.
Usually you hold it with one hand. But it's like a big paddle.
Yeah.
And you hit the ball over a net and you hit it back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm right-handed. I hated playing left-handers. That was the worst thing you ever do, is playing a left-hander. Because you spend your whole life getting used to people hitting the ball right-handed, and now all of a sudden somebody's hitting it left-handed. And you're not prepared. You don't know anything. But the other is the sport that I follow as a spectator, which is American baseball.
Oh, American
Baseball.
Yeah.
And the pitchers, the guy in cricket, they would be the bowlers.
Yep.
If they're left-handed, the batters they're used to right-handed pitchers.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden they're facing a left-handed pitcher,
Yeah,
and
it's so difficult.
they have a lot of hard times
Yeah.
with that. Okay. All right, but I want to move on. Last Thursday, we went to Jinja,
Yeah.
and I think we had a pretty good day there, right?
It was so interesting. I
Okay.
enjoyed so much.
So
with
tell
my
me
brothers.
about the quad bikes.
Yeah, like when we reached me, I became happy when they told us that we are leaving for Jinja, that we are going to enjoy, we are going to motor ride. So I was surprised, and I believe God has made me, He has made Papa and everyone who is putting in for this thing has made you a blessing to us, and we believe He's going to bless you too, and we pray for His blessings to you. So I enjoyed so much when we reached. They gave us they were like overalls
Right.
of riding those bikes. They gave us the glasses. They gave us the helmets.
Sure.
And we put on. So the most interesting thing, when they told me how to start that bike, that motorcycle, I didn't know anything about a motorcycle, because I also refused to learn riding it when my dad told me, because I thought it was so dangerous to me, and I feared to fall. I feared to fall,
Right.
because it's so dangerous.
Yes.
But when we reached there, when they told me how to start it, I got it's called is it where you place and it starts to move?
Well, the accelerator is what gives it the gasoline
Yeah.
to move forward.
Yeah.
So you press a starting button,
Yeah.
you turn the key, and you press the starting button.
Yeah.
So now the engine's idling,
Uh-huh.
and you're sitting still. But then you press the accelerator,
Yep.
and now it starts moving
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah, I pressed the accelerator, and it started like vroom vroom. I felt excited. I was so exuberant, and I wanted to start there and then. But those people who were guiding us, they were like, "Don't start right now." I felt like I wanted to start there and then because I was so exuberant to starting. So when I started moving, I felt like I'm on the real bike. So I enjoyed it, and the most thing I enjoyed was cornering.
Cornering.
Yeah, and climbing up the hills. So it looked like I was climbing when it needed to press so hard the accelerator to move up the hills.
Yeah.
So I had to move at a very fast speed. So I enjoyed moving at a very high speed and cornering. So I enjoyed them so much.
Did you bump into anything?
I did what?
Did you bump into anything?
No, I didn't. I was a Superman.
Some people bumped
Yeah,
into
I
things.
saw most of them bumping it, and I believe I was the best there in riding.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we went across the street for lunch.
Yeah.
And
When we went for lunch, the lunch we took that time, like they came, asked us which drinks did we want, and me, when I visit a place new and I get a chance of getting something new, when I reach, and they tell me to order for what I want, I don't usually order for something I've ever tasted. I always want to get the new tastes of new things. I always want to see how new things taste. So there's a drink I had never tasted called tonic water. So when they brought the menu where those people were, where those things were, I decided to take in for tonic water. So when they brought it, I thought it was water, but when they brought it to see, it was like a soda. I didn't understand, but when I tasted, it was so nice to me because it had a taste of oranges, and it was so nice to me, and I even ordered for the second one when,
okay.
when they came for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how about the hamburger?
Yeah, they were also nice, the hamburger.
Because we had chips and vegetables, and then this hamburger.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what you did, but several of them were looking like this hamburger, like, I don't know how to eat this.
No, no. When I looked at the hamburger, it looked to be big to me. But when I got it, all right, I learned eating it from Papa, because I looked at Papa biting it. Then I also held it like Papa did, and I also beat it like Papa did, and that's the why I finished eating it. I didn't choose any knife like for cutting.
Okay.
I just
I cut mine in half.
yeah.
Okay. But you liked it.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
It was so nice.
Okay, good. Well, we need to wrap up the interview. Now, did you get anything from your sponsors in America?
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, I just want to thank my sponsor. It's called Mama Sue Watson, and the family as well. There's Papa Greg Watson, there's Cole, there's Mark and Chad. I want to thank God for them because they have really stood in for me, for my life. They have always been there for my life. Even the English I speak now, it's just because of the efforts they put in to pay my school fees. So I just want this. I don't believe there's anything I can give them apart from my prayers to them, for God to bless them abundantly and always stay with them and provide with everything they need. I just want to thank you, Mama, for everything you're doing in my life. I want to thank you for the gifts you gave me.
What did they give you? What did they give you?
I saw the gifts. There are very many. I believe there was a shirt, a blue shirt. There was a sunglasses. Yeah, there were like sweets. There are sweets. Yeah, and there are very many things I remember. Even the letters that are very blessing to me, because when I read them, there are some encouraging words I always read, and they encourage me and they help me to move the next step in life. And I just want to thank them for even the prayers, because she always says that she also prays for me, and I believe those prayers have made me successful in life. Yeah, and I thank you, Mama, for everything you're doing in my life.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe you want to say Merry Christmas to Papa Gary and wave goodbye?
Yeah. Yeah, all right. I think Papa Gary and the team, even Papa Scott and Mama Cassandra, have made my Christmas very nice, and I enjoyed very much. They bought very many things for us. We've changed meals. We've reached the life that we've never had before. So I believe they have made our Christmas very well, and I pray for them a blessing from God. And I want to wish you a Merry Christmas for everyone. I want to wish you a very nice Christmas. Yeah, may Jesus be born new in your life, and let everything in your life be born new. Don't allow Christmas to just go like that. At least have a message and have at least a word you can tell to someone that makes it to be a Merry Christmas, a birth of Jesus. Let everything be born new in your life, because Jesus was born. I believe in Jesus and I trust in Him.
Okay.
God bless you.
You want to wave goodbye?
Goodbye.